Alright everybody, welcome back to a new video. Yes, I am sick, so I'm sorry for the nasally voice, but we are here today for a long-awaited video. This is one of the videos that I've had in the works for a bit. I am doing a tier list of all the Duck Life games. So I have been playing through all of these games in my free time. I have beat all of them except Duck Life Treasure Hunt, which is not really like a game you can beat. I'll get more into that later. At least that's my understanding. Alright, so yeah, I'm doing another tier list. As you can see, I got this nice tier list here that I have made, and I will hope that it works. So yes, this is the tier list of all the Duck Life games. As you notice, we have S, A, B, C, and D. And you may be thinking, wow, these games must be very good if there's no F tier. And you're right about that. So I think we should just get right into this. So I played all these games on Cool Math Games. It was really just what I did at free time during school. Played all the Duck Life games a little bit here. So the first game is the original Duck Life. And I can take this. All right, yes, it works. Okay, so the original Duck Life. Really, good quality game. It was fun. It was addicting. You didn't want to put the game down. It really just had all these qualities. With the running, with the swimming, and with the flying. All of the games were relatively enjoyable, and swimming was great. And the game was fun, and it had these seeds, and it had this idea of trading your duck to raise money for this dying farm. And we go deeper into this. What does this have to say about our socio-economic position today in the world? With farmers not getting paid nearly enough, but the farms need to keep growing, and they need to keep producing more and more food as we populate more and more, and they don't get paid anymore. So it really dives deep into our world today. Alright, so yeah, Duck Life, of course, it started off the series too, which it should get plenty of recognition for. It started this really incredible series. The game is very short. You can beat it in a very short amount of time, but it has a captivating gameplay, and it has this really centered, focused vision. All the races are fun to play through. So overall, I think Duck Life gets a solid A tier. That is my Duck Life rating. Now, Duck Life 2 World Tour. This game is everything a sequel should be. Duck Life 2 expands on the gameplay and ideas brought forward in the original. And your duck, from the first Duck Life, you won, and you were like this champion. And at the end of the Duck Life games, you get a crown. Okay? You get this crown. And at the end of Duck Life 1, you get a crown, and at the beginning of Duck Life 2, your duck from the former Duck Life talks to you, and it's like, you gotta become world champion. And so that's what this is about. And Duck Life 2 has way more races than the first one. The first one has a good amount of races, and the races were all fun and stuff. But this one expands. This game is much longer than the original Duck Life, and it has these new it has this new aspect of World Tour where you actually get to play through these different portions of the world. Also, Duck Life 2 adds a new skill, and that is, on top of that, it adds, on top of running, flying, and swimming, it adds climbing, which is like swimming is an arrow key game. Now, let me break this down for you. Running is, it's kind of average. It's fun for the first few times. So that's why it's enjoyable in Duck Life, because you don't do it that much. But then it kind of gets repetitive. So running is okay. Swimming is incredible. It is the best 1. Alright, swimming, you get arrow keys, you get to go under cruise ships, over glaciers, under boats, over islands. You're jumping over islands, okay? And then we have climbing in Duck Life 2, where you jump from side to side of like walls on a cave, or it actually turns into buildings. I think in like Duck Life 3, there's sometimes where it's a building. But you have to dodge these obstacles, and those two games are the greatest. And flying, I think it's okay. It's better than running. So this game takes swimming, the best mini game, and it adds like part 2 of that, which is climbing. And it's really a solid sequel. It's what a sequel should be. And that's why I think Duck Life is... Hold on, I gotta make it smaller. Alright, there we go. Duck Life 2, S tier for me. Whoops. It is everything that a sequel should be. It's a perfect sequel now. Now, Duck Life 1 and Duck Life 2 were relatively narrow, and Duck Life 1 was about the farm, and Duck Life 2 was about the farm, and at the end you got this big cash prize. Duck Life 3 Evolution. This game is about your duck getting taller, and you see this humanoid duck right here. This humanoid type duck. You play as him. And when you play as him, you have a trainer on top of you, so some weird things are happening in this game. And at its core, it's about you getting taller. And the ducks evolving. Now, there is no F tier here. That is because I cannot put to words how bad Duck Life 3 is. It gets its own little special boy spot because it's that bad. I mean, I can't. The game, okay, it takes swimming, the best part of the last 2 games, and it turns it into a Flappy Bird ripoff, where instead of using your arrow keys to dodge obstacles, no, you click to not hit the walls. Like, it's so stupid. Okay, the game does there's a lot more levels, but none of them are enjoyable. And by the end of it, all the other Duck Life games, it has this crowd imagery. This when you win, you get the crowd. In Duck Life 3, when you win, you don't get a crowd. You evolve into a supreme duck. Spoiler alert, by the way. And get in this magical throne room in the 5th dimension. Like, what happened to the farm, man? Now it's just out of hand. To be fair, though, Duck Life 3 does make running a more enjoyable game. But I mean, your skills are a lot harder to level up, and it's everything a sequel shouldn't be. I mean, it's garbage. It's a piece of trash. Okay, it is a dumpster fire. Okay, it is a game that should not exist. Period. It really had no reason. It took what its sequel should be and threw it down the garbage, and it strayed away from the core of what Duck Life is, its essence. And it had a lot of ambition, but having a lot of ambition isn't good when you fall flat in every area of that. So yeah, Duck Life 3 gets its own little space down here because it's below F tier. That's the truth. This is all to fool you, okay? Because Duck Life 3 is garbage. That's the twist. That's the twist. Because Duck Life 2 is so great. You think, well, Duck Life 3 has to be above everything, but it's not. It's not. It doesn't even deserve words. The game is so bad. So that transitions us into Duck Life 4. After Duck Life 3, I was really starting to lose hope. Okay, I mean, it seemed like nothing could save it. And from what I heard from around, because other people were also playing. This became like a trend that me and a friend started. We were just playing Duck Life, and then everybody else started. And then I heard, oh yeah, Duck Life 4 is like an RPG. I got worried that ambition would come back and bring them down even lower than Duck Life 3. But that ambition came back. And it brought them higher than the Ducks had ever gone before. Literally. I mean, they added, okay, first of all, Duck Life 3 over here, in every game so far, Duck Life had its 3 mini games, and then Duck Life 2 added climbing, so every game added something, and then Duck Life 3 over here didn't. But Duck Life 4 went back to the tradition of adding a new game, and it added jumping, which was actually pretty enjoyable, and it has these things where when you level up your different skills, and by the way, you have to unlock different areas, and each area has 3 races. And there's like some 6 areas or something. It's a long game. I mean, Duck Life 3 was longer than Duck Life 2, and but Duck Life 4 is the longest by far. And it has these different options for each skill. Usually when in the past games, Duck Life 3 kind of brought this up with changing up some games a little bit as you evolved, but the way they executed it was really bad. In Duck Life 4, when you level up a skill, you have like 3 different options of different ways you can level it up. It adapts to different playstyle. So it has the normal swimming that is known and loved by everybody, but it also has the Flappy Bird type swimming introduced in Duck Life 3. So if you somehow enjoy the Flappy Bird more, you can play that instead. For jumping, you can jump on a pogo stick, or you can do flips on a trampoline, or you can dodge obstacles falling from the sky and jump up on top of them. I mean, for running, I believe there are like 5 different ways you can level up running. I mean, it is really just it improves every aspect. And it has this large customization. Like, you can customize your duck a lot in Duck Life 4. And you also get the crown when you win. That's something Duck Life 3 threw out the window for the Supreme Duck. Nobody cares about the Supreme Duck. You know what I care about? The crown. So, Duck Life 4 is pretty great. Yeah, Duck Life 4, I mean, it gets S tier. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm going to move it because I believe it is better than Duck Life 2. Well, I'm always kind of a man of originals. Like, I always love, original things. Let's shrink this down a little bit. Like, I always love original things, but... so I appreciate the original Duck Life and Duck Life 2. I really appreciate those games. But Duck Life 4 it just improves on every level. So the next Duck Life game is Duck Life Treasure Hunt. It is Duck Life Treasure Hunt. It's a spin-off. So we have the 4 main games of the Duck Life series, and then Duck Life Treasure Hunt is a spin-off. And it's like a never-ending running game. I don't really think there's an ending. If there is, I haven't gotten there yet. So I'm sorry about that. But I don't know. The game is kind of built to be a mobile game where you get coins, and coins just buy you kind of cosmetics, and you buy all this cosmetic stuff. Duck Life Treasure Hunt, I think it's good for a spinoff, but it just feels like it's designed to be a mobile game. Like, in its design, it's meant for swiping on a phone and tapping on a phone. It strays away from the uniqueness of the original, and obviously I feel like in-app purchases are really would work great with this. I mean, look at all the coins in the cover. That's what the game is supposed to be. So yeah, Duck Life Treasure Hunt. I don't think it's as good as the other entries in the series. I think C tier is really where it belongs. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's designed to be a Duck Life game. It feels like it's designed, and I mean, it just feels different from the others. I mean, it's not as bad as Duck Life 3, but you know, it doesn't have, like, these trio of games have a specific feel that gets you hooked and makes you want to keep playing. I didn't get that feeling for these two. So that's it. That's the tier list. That's the Duck Life tier list. That's it.